week of talented artists that will be joining us this evening. First off, I want to give special thanks to the Truck Yeah Hat Bar Company. The Truck Yeah Hat Bar Company is a mother-daughter owned custom trucker hat company out of Lincoln, Nebraska. They have been wonderful friends and partners of mine, and they are offering a discount to anybody who reaches out to the Truck Yeah Hat Bar Company. You can find them at truckyeahhatbarco.com. And they'll receive, anybody who mentions the Nashville Sound Writers Round will receive a discount, whether you want one or you want 100 custom trucker hats, they can make them for you. So whatever you have going on, family reunion, girls trip to Nashville, whatever it may be, they can make them for you. I also want to give special thanks to WFMC Jams. WFMC Jams is a radio station out of northern Alabama and central Tennessee. They also have a Roku channel. They also have internet radio at WFMCjams.com. Give those guys a follow. All kinds of incredibly talented independent artists that they promote. The lovely part of WFMC Jams is their goal is to help independent artists get their music out, and it's absolutely free for artists to submit their music to WFMC Jams to get out there on their stations. They have multiple ways to do that, but make sure if you're an artist, you're reaching out to WFMC Jams. They are not only our big supporter here at the Nashville Sound Writers Round, but they also help us with, as of right now, we should be also live on YouTube. Matter of fact, yes, I just checked it. We are live on the Nashville Sound Writers Round YouTube channel. So that show, as well as all of our past shows, will be there. So if folks aren't a fan of watching it on this platform, there's another platform to watch it on. And hopefully in about a month, we should be taking all of our audio from all of the shows, and we'll be introduced to the Nashville Sound Writers Round podcast that'll be put out on all the streaming platforms. So look for that coming in about a month. We'll hopefully have that going on. Welcome in WFMC Jams. They're always in here supporting our artists. So thank you guys, Mark and Brian, for that. So without further ado, this is the Nashville Sound Writers Round show. What we do here is we have artists come into the show and we do little interviews with them, get to know these artists a little bit better. We get to have them play a few original songs for us and tell us the stories behind those songs, because that's some things in Nashville. There's all kinds of amazing writers' rounds in Nashville. The problem is they only get a snippet of time to really tell a little bit about the story behind the song, because out at the bars, they want to hear the music. So what we do here is we want to hear the stories as much as we want to hear the music. And in our first hour, we have two lovely ladies. We have Miss Kelly Elena and Ariana Pappas. Welcome in, ladies.
Thank you.
And Ariana, it's so funny. Half time I say Pappas, half time I say Pappas, so you can correct me to make sure I say it correct.
Either one is fine. Technically, it's Pappas, but I don't typically correct people because it's not that bad.
Hey, look, no, it's Pappas. I'll say Pappas from here on out because that's family name there. You gotta make sure the family name is honored with saying it correctly. So, yes, absolutely. Well, and if you're coming in to watch the show, thank you so much for joining us. This show is a scheduled program where we have these artists scheduled to come in. We do offer some open mic nights. So just pay attention, give us a follow. And you never know, we may have an open mic night, allow people to come in and audition for the show. But these ladies, as well as the gentlemen that will be joining us in the next hour, were scheduled in by our team to be on the show and appear here today. So if you're here, don't be shy and don't be stingy. Hit that repost button, share it out so you're not only you, but all of your friends and family get a chance to listen to these ladies, love these voices and songs. And if you're interested in playing the Nashville Sound Writers Round, you can check us out at NashvilleSoundWritersRound.com. We have an apply to play page. You can apply there. We always have some talented people. Miss Kelly Elaine, I think that's where we found you on there, as well as Ariana, you as well. Came in through the NashvilleSoundWritersRound.com. So it's and Ariana, I've had a chance to know. We've actually written once before here in Nashville in the past. So again, welcome in, ladies. Make sure if you're in here, you can follow these ladies. There's a little gift box at the bottom. Don't be shy and want to throw a couple gifts their way. I'm sure it's always welcome because these ladies are in here playing for free. And they are not receiving anything from us. So anything you can do to provide them a little love is much appreciated. So without further ado, Kelly, I have you at the top of my screen. So I'm going to move you to the big box. All of a sudden your head gets real big. Boom, right on the screen. So
yay.
And you've got the live music sign behind you. So it works out perfectly. So Kelly, Elena, let us know a little bit about you. Where are you originally from? I know that you're in the Nashville area now, but where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Hazelhurst, Georgia. It's South Georgia. Small little
Okay,
town.
South Georgia. And what brought you, or how long ago did you actually come towards the Nashville area?
I have been here for about a little over a year now, and we just knew, my husband and I and my and sorry for the reverb. I don't know how to turn it off while I'm talking, but
it's all right.
Bother you too much. We just knew that we always wanted to move up here, and the opportunity came. My husband's a high school band director. That one of the jobs opened up at the high school, and I had signed a distribution deal with a small independent label at the time, and so everything just kind of God orchestrated the move perfectly, and so we've been here and been trying to do everything that I can since.
Well, and you've been busy. I've been following you on social media, so I've seen a lot of the stuff you've been out there. I think we know some similar people here in town as well. So when you look at your music, and I know the answer to this, but where do your influences come from?
Man, I love so many. Carrie Underwood, I love her, and just the way that she mixes country and faith. I love Ann Wilson. I love Crowder. There's so many good artists out there. I'm mostly Christian. I've moved more towards country lately for the past couple of months. So it's more like country with a positive message type thing. So, yeah.
I love that. I love that. It's, faith is really what started this show and got things going for us, the Nashville Sound Writers Round. So I appreciate that so much. And actually, I think we're looking at somewhere down the line, and I'll probably be reaching out to you to have you come back on that show, is we're looking to eventually do a Christian show night. So just have a bunch of different Christian artists come on and play, and a whole night of worship essentially on the show. So I appreciate that.
Cool.
Yeah. So what if you look at the dream? So you're a little bit over a year here in Nashville, and you're out and about and you're playing everywhere. What would the dream look like for Miss Kelly Elena?
Man, the dream would just be for me to be able to financially support my whole family, off of music. I don't care about being famous or anything like that. I love to make music, and as we all know, music is expensive. And I've been trying to do a little bit of self-production type stuff, but I'd love to be able to just put out a song whenever I want to without worrying about where it's coming from. And because God gives me so many songs. I have so many songs that I just want to get out there. And as a beginner producer, some of my stuff just doesn't do them justice. And I know so many talented people that, rightfully so, they charge what they charge. And so I would love to just, do that.
Yeah. It's if you're not from Nashville or if you're not putting music out, it is an expensive job for sure. You spend a lot more money than you make typically, especially early on. Now, once you become a big star, it's a whole different story, but, you spend a lot more money getting to where you want to get. Yes. And I always said, I just want to, like you said, I just want to make a honky tonk living. I just want to make sure I can do music, have fun, make enough money to live and pay my bills, and I'd be a happy camper. I don't need to be on some grand stage anywhere, and I'm more of a writer than an artist than anyway. So, Well, Kelly, what's the first song? You tell us a little bit about this first song you're gonna play for us tonight.
Okay, I think I'm gonna do Detour. Detour is my latest studio release. Everything that I've put out after that, I've just done myself. But this is one I actually collaborated with somebody on, another producer. But one day, I was just driving, and Detour was just a reoccurring theme. And usually when that happens, I'm like, okay, I need to write something about this. And so I'll pray about it. God, what message do you want me to share with this? And I was driving home, and there was a homeless person walking on the side of the road. And I was wondering, I was like, what is their backstory? How did they get to where they are now? And when are they going to find that detour back to where they probably should be? And so this whole song came from that.
Oh, I love it. All right. Well, I'm going to mute myself so I don't interject while you're playing, and take it away.
Okay. Father, forgive me. I got myself in a mess and I can't seem to break free. I Think I took a wrong turn, but now my tank is empty. I'm driving all night, praying for another sign. I just wanna make it home. Lost on a lonely road, the ride's been way too tough, and the devil himself tried to take control, but Lord, I've had enough. I'm turning back around. Don't wanna do this anymore. God, won't you please show me the way to your detour? Maybe I missed it. There were so many times you and I have been so distant. I should have let you drive, but instead I didn't listen. And now I'm off track, trying to find my way back. I just wanna make it home. Lost on a lonely road, the ride's been way too tough, and the devil himself tried to take control, but Lord, I've had enough. I'm turning back around. Don't wanna do this anymore. God, won't you please show me the way to your detour? Oh, to your detour. Oh, lost on a lonely road, the ride's been way too tough, and the devil himself tried to take control, but Lord, I've had enough. I'm turning back around. Don't wanna do this anymore. God, won't you please show me the way to your detour? Oh.
Love that. That was so good. And so you had that song out already?
It's out. I have a full version, and I also put out an acoustic version of it.
Okay. All right. So make sure you're following Miss Kelly Elena, not only on here, not only on Instagram and all that. And we'll get into all those where you can find her later on, but make sure you can check her out on Spotify and Apple Music and all the streaming platforms where you can steal your money or steal your music for free. And, but and what I encourage everybody, when you go onto those streaming platforms, don't just follow the song or download the song and put it on your playlist, but also follow the artist. That it helps the artist as well, helps build them up towards playlists for future things. So Kelly, thank you so much for sharing that first song.
Thank you.
You are welcome. We're going to bring Miss Ariana Pappas over to the big picture there. And hello, Ariana.
How are you?
I am fantastic. I always tell you, I have so much happiness when I do this show. It just brings so much joy to me in my life. So it's 2 hours. It's 2 of the best hours I have of every week. And sometimes, who knows, we go even longer. It just depends on how the night's gone. But more importantly, let's get to know you and let everybody know where you're from.
Yeah, so I'm originally from the East Coast, the great state of New York, and I moved here about 6 years ago. And I've been writing songs and releasing. I just came out with my 5th single about little over a month ago now, and it's called Rather Be Single. That's the one I'll be playing today. But I do a lot of pop country stuff. I like catchy melodies, upbeat, bold, sassy tunes, and maybe adding a little bit of mandolin or banjo.
Hey, I love that. So how long have you been in Nashville then?
I'm coming up on 6 years in September.
6 years, okay. So they call this a 10-year town. So she's in 4 years of making it and blowing it wide open and music going crazy. So if you want, you can follow her and help her get there even quicker than 10 years. So Ariana, where do you see, you got a lot of that pop and you said some of that country and stuff too, like with that mandolin and all that kind of stuff there. You got a little country feel. Where do your influences come from? So
I also grew up listening to a lot of Carrie Underwood. I love Carrie. I also grew up listening to a lot of classic rock and roll. So I like to believe some of that kind of bleeds over into what I do. But obviously spent a lot of time listening to pop radio growing up, but then discovered the amazing world of country and found artists like Tim McGraw and Kenny Chesney and Maddie and Tay, Miranda Lambert. Miranda is probably one of my biggest country heroes, and a lot of amazing writers. And now I listen to a lot of up-and-comers. I'm going to CMA Fest at the end of the week. Really excited about that, to see some favorite artists. And yeah, I'm influenced by a lot of different things.
Okay. All right. So same as I asked Kelly earlier, like what would be the dream for Ariana Pappas? What would you love to see for your music career one day?
I would have to say something similar to what Kelly said, to be able to support myself with music. I think that's the ultimate dream for everyone. Being able to, tour around the country, and even if it's like smaller acoustic tour type thing, that would be amazing to be able to support myself with that and get to travel to new places and see the world. I would love to travel more one day, and that would allow me to do both of those things, to make music and write songs inspired by the world around me. And yeah, that's the dream.
Do two of the things you love, travel and play music. Can't beat that, right?
Exactly. Doesn't get better than that.
100%. Well, and I'll give you guys now, I'll give time to think about it, but we're going to let Ariana tell us about her song. But you both have talked about wanting to be able to fund your life as a musician and fully live that, or so even support the family in that way. So start thinking about the day in the life. And I know every day is different, but start thinking about the day in the life. So after the song is the next time I'll start asking you guys about that. So I want people to understand how hard everybody works in so many different ways to achieve what they want to as an artist. So, but before that, Ariana, tell us about the first song you're gonna play for us.
Yeah, so it's called Rather Be Single. As I mentioned before, I released it last month. Well, actually, it's June 1st, so April 7th I released it. And it's just about realizing that you don't need someone that's been dragging you down. And I wrote it with my friend Lauren Avery, who I believe is watching. Hi, Lauren, if you're there. And it was so much fun writing it. Just a really empowering, lift you up kind of song, and sassy. As I mentioned before, I love writing a lot of sassy songs, and the studio was really fun. Lauren got to be there when we recorded the band, and doing vocals was a blast, and just promoting it. And I got to film some recent content by the beach, so that was a lot of fun. It's beach and boat themed. So anyway, that's a little bit about it.
All right. Well, hey, let's hear it. I'm excited.
Yes. So I'm going to move this just very quickly because the sun has shifted. I want everyone to see my face clearly. All right. Well, this is called Rather Be Single. We've been together 2 years too long. Where did the time go? Don't know where I went wrong. Behind you sweet and charming, red flags wrapped in a bow. You've overstayed your season, it's time for you to go. I need a lifelong vacation, 'cause you ain't my final destination. You say I care, but boy, watch me walk away. I'd rather be broke, bumming on a beach, throw away my phone somewhere out of reach. I don't need any more of your shade. I'm working on my tandoori, on my parade. If your name ain't Jack, hell, if it ain't Jim, you kicked off the boat, I hope you can swim. I'd rather sail solo without a map, get lost in the blue without you on my back. So many things I'd rather do. I'd rather be single than be with you. You said I'd best keep my feelings to myself, but you won't bring me down. I've tuned you out if you can't tell. Your high and mighty ego makes it kinda hard to fit. Two people in this sinking relationship. I'm getting gone, no matter what I face. I'm moving on, I'm dropping this dead away. I'd rather be broke, bumming on a beach, throw away my phone somewhere at a bridge. I don't need any more of your shade. I'm working on my tan or ain't on my beret. If your name ain't Jack, hell if it ain't Jim, you kicked off the boat, I hope you can swim. I'd rather sail solo without a map, get lost in the blue without you on my back. So many things I'd rather do. Rather be single, loving with you. 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 I'd rather be broke, bumming on a beach, throw away my phone somewhere at a bridge. I don't need any more of your shade. I'm working on my tan or ain't on my beret. If your name ain't Jack, hell if it ain't Jim, you kicked off the boat, I hope you can swim. I'd rather sail solo without a map, get lost in the blue without you on my back. So many things I'd rather do. I'd rather be single than be with you.
Yeah. Now, when you play that live, do you go ahead and prep the audience for the sing-along and the bridge?
I don't actually. I kind of leave it as a surprise.
Okay, all right. You see a lot of people will prep people, so I didn't know.
You know what? That's a good idea. Maybe I'll steal that from you.
I always forget too on the couple songs that I have that have sing-alongs, but well, Ariana, thank you so much. I love that. I love a good beachy tune. I'm a big Kenny fan, so I love a good beachy tune. So, it's a great, almost like breakup song. It's in a relationship song when you go to Key West. I don't know if you've been to Key West Songwriter Festival.
I have not yet. No.
I went for the first time this year. It was fantastic. I recommend it. That'd be a great song to play down there for sure.
Oh my gosh, I absolutely will. Thank you so much, Kevin.
You are welcome. All right, we're going to bring Kelly back up to the big box. And while we're doing that, I was going to say thank you, Summers, for coming in. I appreciate you asking to play. And a lot of times we do open up the open mic, but this is part of our scheduled program. So we ask everybody who's interested in playing and being part of the show, you can go to the Nashville Sound WritersRound.com, and there's an apply to play page, and you can apply there. And our team, we go through everything, we review everybody, and we do all the scheduling. So all the artists you'll see tonight and every Monday are all scheduled artists. But thank you so much for coming in and supporting the artists and what we're doing here. And we're just helping trying to promote artists and get their names and their music out there in new places. So please go on the website and apply to play. We'd love to have you do that. So thank you. All right. So Kelly, I asked her, it's like, what does a day in the life seem like for Kelly?
Well, right now it varies. It just depends. I have two kids. One is going to high school this next year, and the other one is going to be a fourth grader. So I'd start off taking them to school, and then I come home and I do like a devotional and just reflect on what I have, for the day. And then a lot of times I will either, if I'm working on a song, I'll try to write. If I'm working on producing, then I'll try to work on that. I've been involved with Music with Purpose recently, and it's a couple of country songwriters, one of which started going to nursing homes and bringing country originals and country favorites and hymns and different things to nursing homes. And so I've been teaming up with Lee Tucker with that, and so we've been doing that several times a week, trying to find sponsors for that. We don't get paid for that right now.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future, but that. And then later on in the evening, sometimes we'll have a writer's round show, or I will sing at a hotel. I've been doing a lot of hotel gigs lately, which has been lots of fun. So
that's cool. Yeah, and I've seen what you and Lee are doing, and Lee Tucker is very talented as well. And I love that. I love that you guys are out there doing that. I think it's so needed, especially in different adult care homes and things like that, nursing homes. I don't know what the real word to say it now. I know it changes all the time, but I love that you're doing that, and that's got to be such a meaningful thing for all the people
So
that live there.
rewarding.
That's killer. I love that. So, all right. Well, what about number two? Tell us about the second song you're gonna play for us.
Okay. Hey, Tyler, I see you in here. He's a very talented songwriter, too, and his wife, Liv. This next song is called Take Me Back to Church, and it is always a favorite every time I go out. I was actually in a duo for about 8 years, and I wrote the song for that, and then we separated, and I've been a solo artist for about 2.5 now. Or actually, I guess it's about 3 years now, but I re-recorded it then. But it's the first song that God ever gave me. I prayed. We were doing covers, and so I prayed, God, we need to start writing our own music. And so he gave me this song within 24 hours. And it's just about the history of when I went to a little small church growing up. And sometimes when we go through life gets busy and things come up, and we may not always make time for church or, things like that. And this song is just about getting back to that, if that's important, and not worrying about having your life together to do that. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to, have everything all figured out, because none of us do. And that's what this song is about. Take me back to church.
All right. Love it.
She came home from work after a long, hard day, set her keys on the counter, began to pray. Oh God, I need you more than ever. My hope is lost, can't be found. Threw her hands in the air, knees hit the ground, and she cried, Jesus, I surrender. So take my hand and lead me home. Take me back to the place where you saved my soul. Down the old dirt road is a little white church where the memories linger and people search for amazing grace, that sweet, sweet heavenly sound of that old-time religion that's good for me. Little children singing round the sycamore tree as we count our blessings beneath that southern sky. Oh, I need a break from this world sometimes. Take me back to church. Take me back to church. Take me back to where money was a matter so small. Just as I am was an altar call, and the neighbors would always lend a helping hand. We were there for each other no matter what for, and every church had an open door, and that preacher man, he knew you by your name. We get so busy in life these days, when it's all smooth sailing, we forget to pray. So take my hand and lead me home. Take me back to the place where you saved my soul. Down the old dirt road is a little white church where the memories linger and people search for amazing grace, that sweet, sweet heavenly sound of that old-time religion that's good for me. Little children singing round the sycamore tree as we count our blessings beneath that southern sky. Oh, I need a break from this world sometimes. God, we need your love in this busy life. So take me back to church. Take me back to church. Ooh.
So good, so good. That is, I love telling the story. I love that song, the premise of how far we get away from it and just that need to get back. And I tell the story every week. It seems like it always comes up. When this show started with a couple that I met out at the local here in Nashville. They were from out of town, and they were talking about how they love writers' rounds. They had nothing like that back at home. And then seeing how artists really need to grow their following on social media, how important it is these days, not only just get their music out there, but just to be recognized by the labels and that stuff sometimes. And I was praying about it and praying. I was like, Lord, I have this idea, but I don't know if I should do it. If I should, please let me know. Tell me what to do with this. And I felt him saying, go to church, just go to church. And I hadn't been to church in a long time. I mean, watched things on TV, read the Bible, but I hadn't been to church. And I was like, I'm going to church next Sunday. I woke up, I'm going to church next Sunday. And I spent 4 days, I knew where I was going, and then all of a sudden said, no, we're not going there. And I changed my path, went to a different church, went in, they had a guest speaker, or a guest pastor, and they walked me right down, put me about 12 rows from the front, center seat, which I can't stand. Anybody who knows me, I don't like the center. I like to be on the end. And at one point, the pastor's talking, and she looks probably right over my head, but I felt like she was looking right at me. She said, if you feel God pulling you towards something, you go all in. And I left church. I went home. I filed for the trademark. I did all the, let's get this show started. I just felt it right then. I was like, I always tell the Lord every time I pray, like, I'm deaf, I'm dumb, and I'm blind. So I need you to smack me really hard for me to see what you want, because I miss too many things. And, but yeah, that was where it all came from. And, it's been such a blessing. Every week, the Lord either puts new people in front of me in town or new people applying to play. And it's been a blessing. This whole show is. So thank you for sharing that, for sharing that song, because I absolutely loved it.
Thank you.
Such a cool, song and story.
Hey, I give all glory to God for this show, because if it wasn't for the Lord pushed me in that direction, I don't know if I'd have done it. It was a great idea in my mind, but I didn't know if I'd do it. So thank you for saying that. Yeah. So, all right. I'm going to bring you back up here. And like every artist, every different artist, our days are all so different. So what does a day in the life look like for Ariana Pappas?
Day in the life. Well, I have a day job to afford my life here in Nashville, as everyone can imagine. I work at Vanderbilt, so go Doors. And I like the job. I enjoy it. It's not forever, but I do like it for what it is now. And then at night, I perform around town at hotels and stuff, and restaurants. I'm going to be at Marriott Vandy, this Thursday at 6 p.m. if anybody is interested.
Okay.
But yeah, CMA Fest is going to be a blast. But, yeah, I write in the evenings as well. I write with people like you, Kipper. And on the weekends, of course, I do content and practicing and rehearsing for shows. So a lot of that, and of course a lot of admin stuff as well. Being independent, it's a lot of doing it all on your own, with the registering and the nitty gritty stuff. So. Oh
yeah. Now, and the reason why I love asking that question, just so our listeners know what all goes into it. I mean, it's a full day's worth of work when you're independent, even when you're signed, because even the labels want you to put a lot of that work in. You're going to have to do most of it to start things off for sure. But I look at so many talented people in this town. I've gotten to know one of my good friends, Paige McKenzie, is with a trio called July Moon. Fantastic trio of ladies, incredibly talented. Just released a song that was written by Lainey Wilson. She just posted today how she was signed in for her day job because it's expensive, like we mentioned earlier, to be artists. So That's why I always encourage everybody, follow these ladies, follow the guys who'll be coming after them on all their social medias, on their streaming platforms. Download their music, put it on your favorite playlist. If you hear something you like, listen to it over and over. It's fractions of pennies every time you listen, but every one of them counts, and it just supports independent artists. So I appreciate you telling that story, Ariana. Thank you so much. Everybody, it needs to be heard. It needs to continue to be heard. So what are you going to play for us for song number 2?
Well, first of all, I should just hire you as my marketing manager because you're really good at promoting us. Thank you for the plug.
You're welcome.
This next one is a drinking song, woohoo! Because we don't have enough of those in Nashville. We're gonna go from sweet, innocent Christian to drinking.
That's most Sundays for everybody in Nashville.
Yes, exactly. You drink until the cows come home on Saturday night, and then you go to church on Sundays.
That's right.
Well, this is called "What Are You Drinking Tonight?"
All right.
Our daughter went to heaven when you rolled in, rocking that white tee, but I'll be a sin. I'll be kicking myself if I don't catch your name. One look could be all it takes, but something about your smile ain't right. I see storm clouds hiding behind hazel eyes. Whoever left you lonely, well, it's a damn shame. There's a spot on my tab if you need an escape. What are you drinking tonight? Can I slide you something on us? From your Stetson to your boots, you look like you could use a few. Getting somebody under the neon lights. What are you drinking tonight? Will it be whiskey, brandy, bourbon? I'm placing my bet. Something strong enough to take off the edge. But go ahead and send her memory up in flames. That old dance floor is screaming our names. What are you drinking tonight? Can I slide you something on us? From your Stetson to your boots, you look like you could use a few. Getting over somebody under your lights. What are you drinking tonight? By the time you found yourself a girl who makes you her whole world, and honey, I can be the first. What are you drinking tonight? Can I slide you something on us? From your Stetson to your boots, you look like you could use a few. Forgetting somebody who ain't worth the fight. What are you drinking tonight? Oh,
Yeah. Great comments, Nick. Yes, she does have a great voice, and Lauren, yes, that is such a catchy song. So great. So, who did you write that song with?
That's just me.
That's a solo write. See, I love solo writes too. I don't write solo much anymore, but I used to love doing solo writes, and now this time doesn't allow it, I think. So,
Yeah.
How often would you say percentage of your writes are solo or co-writes?
I'd say I write a lot on my own. I've pared down the co-writes just a bit because I have a lot of going on with performances and stuff like that it's not always easy to schedule with other people. But the writing solo has really worked out for me, recently. So I'm continuing to do that and also still co-writing with my friend Lauren in the comments. And Yeah, just a little bit of both is really fun.
That's cool. Well, yeah, keep it up because it's working. It sounded great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, we're going to bring Kelly back over.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
love that. Super catchy.
Oh, thank you.
It just gave me like the bartender vibes.
Yeah.
Just somebody bar.
That's the goal.
Well, and I love hearing songs and seeing if I can picture the music video. So that was perfect. What? So Kelly, where can we find you on social media as well as streaming platforms?
Yeah, so Kelly Elena Music, just like this TikTok is my handle everywhere. So I'm out everywhere. My music is out on all streaming platforms.
Okay, so make sure you're out there. You're following her here. You're following her there. You're following her everywhere. And the fun question, Ariana gets a little bit of a breather with this while she thinks about it. But I know you've played out and about. You back when you were in the duo as well as now and playing solo places. This is a vulnerability moment, but a fun one. So tell us about something funny that has happened to you while you're playing, whether it be embarrassing or just funny that happened to you or you witnessed over the years. It's always kind of fun for the listeners to hear a silly story.
Let me think. I've played so many different places. So I play in bars, I play in churches, I do women's retreats, hotels. I guess recently, I was playing in a hotel, and they asked, there was little girls there, and of course they wanted to hear Ella Langley's Choosing Texas. And I had not actually tried that at all. And so, but I could listen to it, but I didn't know it like 100%. I'm just going to be honest. So I was like, okay, yeah. So I started it, and I was like, I might be butchering this. I'm not really sure. So then I asked her, I was like, hey, do you want to come sing this? And she was probably about 8 or 9, and so she loved it, and she ate it up, and she came over there, and she nailed it. I just played for her and all that. That was pretty awesome. And then she walked away, and so then I was like, anybody else have a request? And there was this lady who had gotten off the elevator because I was parked close to the elevators, and she's like, party in the USA. And I was like, you know what? Nobody's ever asked for that before. So I did that one. I did know that one. And she did like some interpretive dance to it, like out in front of me. It was kind of funny, but it was, you know what? They loved it. So there we are.
Hey, interesting. I wonder, has she been out before?
Yeah, she had definitely had a few to drink. So there's that.
that Choosing Texas, man, that's probably the number one requested song on Broadway these days. And I want to write the rebuttal. I want to write the song from his perspective, saying I was choosing you, but you left me in Texas.
So cool.
So I'm gonna write the rebuttal to that one. So I doubt it'll get nearly as many follows and likes as hers, but it's okay. But she's slightly more attractive in life than I am, and that's okay. I understand. So.
She's got the bangs. You don't have the bangs
going on.
I mean, I have hair. I just shave it. So if I grew it out and you had the bangs, maybe that'd work. I don't know.
Get one of those hats with the hair, you know?
With the hair in it?
Yeah.
Just do a little Hardy moment.
Yeah.
That would be funny. That'd be funny. Well, Kelly, what are you going to play for us for this third song tonight?
Okay. This is probably the last song, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm going to do a new song, unreleased. It's not out anywhere. I wrote it a few weeks ago with Lee Tucker and Blue Foley and Bronny. She's a UK artist. But it's called Amen for a Good Man. And I wanted to do a song for my husband. We will be married 19 years this summer. And he's just so good. He works really hard so that I can do this full time. And I haven't had to apply for McDonald's yet. I got it in the background just in case, but I'm able to do this full time. And I just appreciate his support, his encouragement. He always lifts me up. If I'm discouraged, he knows it. And he's like, kick me in the butt and tell me to keep going. And so this song is about that.
Love it.
If you get one on the line, you better hook 'em right. You don't want to turn and lose. If he works all day and keeps the bills paid and loves coming home to you, take it from me, it's better than you think. And here's what you want to do. Seeing is believing, so wrap him up and keep him in love. And when he's loving on you, girls, just keep the faith, and you'll get the one you Can I get a amen for a good man? Good God Almighty's got a mighty good plan, yeah. Amen for a good man. Now that I got him, I ain't ever going back. I can't be the only one who went out and got me one, so listen if you got one too. Can I get a amen for a good man? Girls, not runs, lady, don't get sideways. Anything for him to worry about. All the man I can handle, and boy, I love to handle the man that I'm talking about. I'm his shotgun queen, and he loves me just for me. Can I get a amen for a good man? Good God Almighty's got a mighty good plan, yeah. Amen for a good man. Now that I got him, I ain't ever going back. I can't be the only one who went out and got me one, so listen if you got one too. Can I get a amen for a good man? I prayed and prayed and prayed he'd bring me one someday. Can I get a amen for a good man? Good God Almighty's got a mighty good plan, yeah. Amen for a good man. Oh, can I get a amen for a good man? Good God Almighty's got a mighty good plan, yeah. Amen for a good man. Now that I got him, I ain't ever going back. I can't be the only one who went out and got me one, so listen if you got one too. Can I get a amen for a good man?
So nice and refreshing to hear a song praising a man versus all the ones that are about murdering them
right?
on the radio these days. So he had to love that song.
Yeah, of course. He loves it.
A little pat on his back. That's good.
Yeah.
So what's next? Anything coming up? Are you playing anywhere? People around Nashville that can come see you playing soon?
Yeah, I'm actually playing Sunday, June 7th at Nash House from 6 to 7, kind of like in the middle of CMA Fest, or at the end, I guess. So I'm excited about that. I'm doing a women's retreat in Panama City Beach the 10th through the 14th, I believe, and then doing a lot of family vacations for June. But in July, for the 4th of July, I will be in Columbus, Mississippi for a big 4th of July event there. I'll be singing. And then, yeah, everything. I'm on bands in town, so I would love for anybody to follow along if they want to catch me somewhere.
Okay, excellent. And again, you can find her at Kelly Elena Music on all streaming platforms as well as all of the social media platforms as well. Kelly, thank you so much for being on the show tonight.
Thank you for having me. It's been fun.
Well, thank you. And don't go anywhere. We're going to bring Ariana back up here, and then we'll holler at both of you towards the end a little bit. All right, Ariana, so tell everybody where we can find you on social media and the streaming platforms.
Yeah, so Ariana Pappas Music on everything except Ariana Pappas 27 on X. They won't quite let me add the full word music. I know, it's like, what gives? But ArianaPappasMusic.com, all of that, and just my name on streaming. My single, Rather Be Single, that I played before is out everywhere, that I just released, a couple months back, so.
All right. Well, and if for some reason you can't find them, we will be adding all their music and as well as the gentleman tonight to our playlist on Spotify, the Nashville Sound Writers Around playlist on Spotify. So I think we're a little bit behind on getting the last couple of weeks up there, but we're going to be probably like 350 songs on that playlist from the artists that have been on the show, if not beyond that at some point. So more and more coming around the bend. Now that you had time for the question, tell us about a funny or even an embarrassing experience while you're playing a live show at some point.
So as I said before, I play hotels and restaurants here and there around town, and recently had some really fun crowds come in. Let's see. So I guess either in February or March. So it was a little bit ago, but the one big crowd, all guys, they were all from Indiana. Shout out to my Indiana friends. And then there was a smaller crowd. It was maybe 3 guys from Ireland. And they were super fun. They were singing along to everything, and they were hammered, and it was hilarious. And the Indiana crowd, they literally got me to play for like 20 extra minutes past when I had finished. I had already been up there for 4 hours, and they were like, "Well, we just got here. Can't you do extra?" And I was like, oh my gosh, but it was really fun. I stayed up there for them because they were super supportive, and they were locked in. They were like, show us your originals. Like, we want to hear this and this and this. They were just awesome. So, yeah, the fun crowds, and honestly, like, I love the respectful drunks. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
The drunks that are like, woo, but they're like nice.
They're there for just an enjoyment, having a good time. So.
Yes. So that was a super fun memory.
That's good. Well, and you reminded me of something. So before I get off here, make sure if you're in Nashville, we have great writers around. You get to hear original music. But even if you wind up going to other bars, or you go to Broadway and they're playing covers, most places, not all, but most places will allow the artist to play original music. So it'll allow them 1 or 2 an hour. So if you go up and you tip them that money instead of asking for that song, you can hear 1,000 times on your streaming platforms that you listen to at home. Ask that artist to play an original song. They're here to hit their voice out. It's another way to let these artists get to show their voice. So thank you for reminding me to share that. And I have to do the real quick little puzzle piece I have to do every show. And I encourage, if you ladies don't do lives already, please, I'd encourage you to do some lives sometimes, because I think they're so good for artists. And all right, off my soapbox, Ariana, what's this last song you're going to play for us?
This last one is a fishing song. So it's a breakup song, and I have a couple of fishing songs up my sleeve now. I don't know what it is. I just love writing about fishing, even though I don't fish.
Okay, that was be my next question.
No, I don't have any personal experience from this. I kind of just like write what I find funny or entertaining. So yeah, I was 10 years old off the back of my dad's boat with my Barbie fishing pole just once. And yeah, never since. So,
all right. We'll cast away.
This one's called Hook, Line, and Sinker. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Kimberly, for having me. This was awesome.
You're more than welcome. Thank you.
We got so close to the special kind of magic, walking hand in hand, falling real slow, laying on the dock, making brand new plans, but I can see the one inside. Sometimes love can be so blind. I fell for your hook, line, and sinker. There you go, abandoning forever, leaving me to wonder how long I've been your throwback catch. I fell for your hook, line, and sinker. I bet you hope all your little lies drift away with the wind, but we both know who you've been kissing and where you've been. Just can't believe you crossed that line. Dropped me faster than they even burned. I fell for your hook, line, and sinker. There you go, abandoning forever, leaving me to wonder how long I've been your throwback catch. No, the tide ain't turning in our favor. You let the good love go, you lousy quitter. I could have been a keeper. We could have had it all, imagine that. I fell for your hook, line, and sinker. You had me with those lonesome lakeside eyes. Oh, but were you just fishing for a good time? that. But go on, boy, and throw me back. I fell for your hook, line, and sinker. Oh,
Yeah. But for somebody who doesn't fish, that's a pretty good fishing song.
oh, thank you.
And I think I've heard you play that out before. I do really like that song a lot. I love that.
You.
So. Well, Ariana Pappas and Kelly Elena, thank you both so much for being on the Nashville Sound Writers Round show. You're now part of the family, and we'll definitely let you know as things go on. We're actually starting later on this month to start bringing a couple of our early folks back from our early shows and weaving them into some of the shows so we can get to know them and what they have going on in their life since we saw them last. And as we start to put some things together for the retreat later on this year, we'll definitely let you know. But it was an absolute pleasure to have you both on the show today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
You are both welcome. You're both welcome. Well, again, I'll be dropping you ladies down to the lobby, so you're welcome to stick around. We'd love for you to stick around and cheer on the fellas, and I'm going to be dropping down. But thank you again. It meant the world for me to have you both on. It was absolutely fantastic. I appreciate you.
Hope to see you soon, Kipper.
Yes, ma'am. All right, we'll see you soon. Let's see, but there we go. All right, so if you're just coming in, this has been the Nashville Sound Writers Round show. We still have another hour left to go. Give special thanks to Ariana Pappas and Kelly Elena for bringing their lovely, talented voices to the show tonight. I love this show. I love this what this show is about. I love the fact that we have these artists coming on here and getting to know them a little bit personally, have them share some different stories with us. And as we get a chance, we're going to start to bring the fellas for our next hour up into the box. Let me see, just hit Caden. Let me find Alex. I see Alex. Alex, I'm going to shoot you an invite there. There you are, fellas. Welcome in.
What's up?
What's going on? I'm going to see if I can. I don't know why this always does this. I love how this thing never wants to let me switch it. I will figure it out later. Well, welcome in, fellas. Alex, do you know Caden? Caden, do you know Alex?
I don't think we've met before, man.
I have not met. Is my microphone's working, right?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yeah, we've got you.
So, well, that's part of the show is just connecting people around town or in the music industry together. So glad you guys get a chance to meet each other. You both just met somebody really cool. So that's a good thing for you already starting out. So.
Yeah.
Forward to hearing it.
Well, this is the Nashville Sound Writers Round show. I am Kimberly, your host, and this show again, it's about having artists coming on and grow their following, also to help them get their music out to new places. So what we do here is have artists come on. This is a scheduled show where we have artists come on and share some of their stories, get to know them, interview them a little bit, have them play a few original songs for us. And then before those original songs, tell us a little bit about the song. In Nashville, when you play out, or sometimes even when you're playing in other cities, you don't have a chance to really tell the story behind a song. And it's so cool to find out where songs come from and where the ideas popped up from. And I still remember our very first show, we had somebody reach out to us and they said they absolutely loved that part of the show, is just hearing the stories of the songs. And they said to them it made the song so much more meaningful. And some of those stories are sad. There's some very vulnerable moments that artists and songwriters put into the music. There's also some very happy and some very funny moments too. So we look forward to hearing those from Alex and Caden tonight. And before we go, I do want to give special thanks to our partners, the Truck Yeah Hat Bar Company. The Truck Yeah Hat Bar Company is a mother-daughter owned custom trucker hat company out of Lincoln, Nebraska. Two lovely, sweet ladies. And they can make any custom hat, whether you want one or you want 100 of them. And you have whether you've got a family reunion coming up, you've got a girls' trip to Nashville, they can make your custom hat for you. And then if you go and you reach out to them and you mention the Nashville Sound Riders Round, they're going to give you a discount on those trucker hats. As well as we want to give WFMC Jams, our partner in the show, special thanks. WFMC Jams, not only do they help us go live, we're actually live on YouTube right now. So hello to all of our YouTube followers. Special thanks to them being on the show and supporting the show tonight. But WFMC Jams supports independent artists. They have a radio station in Central Alabama or Northern Alabama, Central Tennessee. They have a Roku channel. They have a internet radio channel. And what Mark and Brian do over there is they allow artists to submit their music to them absolutely free. And they put their music out there on all the different channels. So any artists out there, including you gentlemen right here, reach out to WFMC Jams, another way to get our music out there and sharing it with different folks around the world. But without further ado, let's say hello to Alex Lemortier. Did I say it right?
You got it, Kipper.
Lemortier. Okay. I've been practicing. I've been practicing it.
I made it hard for you.
and welcome in Caden Pierre. Caden's been on the road nonstop for days, little sleep. It's been a wild ride for Caden. We actually had a chance to speak earlier today too. But gentlemen, welcome in and welcome to the show.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling the effect of the roads. You'll see it, and I'm down-tuned a whole step right now, just to
see if the voice can continue to carry on.
Yeah, how's that there?
It's great.
Traveling with an artist and playing in Texas and making his way back up and no sleep, playing last night, and I appreciate you still, fighting through and being here part of the show, brother. So we're gonna bring Alex over to get the show started off. Let Caden's voice chill just a little bit more. Alex, man, welcome, bro. I'm so excited because we talked about having you on the show a while back, and man, it's I've had a chance to. Well, we'll talk about how long you've been here and all that stuff. I've seen Alex for at least a year and a half playing around Nashville, and hardworking guy. Not just on writing and playing music, but I've never even said this to you yet. But hearing how you perform and your music, your voice, how you perform on stage in just a year and a half, man, I've seen so much growth in you and such a talented guy. And you want to make sure you know this guy because he's definitely going some places. And Alex, tell us where you're originally from, brother.
Thanks for that, Kipper. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so I was born in Massachusetts. I lived about half my childhood there, and then I moved to New Hampshire. So about even split before I moved to Nashville between those two states. But yeah, that's been a great second home.
All right, wait. So we always had Ariana from New York. We got a lot of Northeasterners on the show tonight. So how long have you been in Nashville?
I've been here 5 years now, fully
5 years.
Yep.
Okay.
Belmont, and then graduated and did all that stuff. So yeah.
Okay. Belmont, produces a lot of really talented folks. That's for sure. So
it's a good place. It's a good place to meet people and learn the craft. So yeah.
I tell you, I wish I'd have known about Belmont when I was younger. As old as I am, I don't even know if Belmont was a university then. But I really, I joke. But so tell me, when you look at your influences when it comes to your music, Alex, where do they come from?
Yeah. So I listened to a lot of Eric Church and Keith Urban growing up. I remember we were doing college tours for my sister, and she's actually the person that went to Belmont first in our family. So I followed her, but we were driving around upstate in New York and in Massachusetts and all that. And I had a record of Eric Church's The Outsiders, and I must have listened to that record 60, 70 times during that one trip. So he's been a huge influence of mine. Keith Urban too, just all of his guitar playing and the writing and whatnot. He's top notch. And Garth Brooks just is the ultimate performer. So he's another that I look up to. And yeah, I grew up listening to those classic country people too, like Dolly and George Strait and all that. Cause I was really close with my grandparents. So they're the ones that really got me into country first. So yeah, love the old stuff. It lasts for a reason because it's all so timeless.
That's cool. So it's funny. Have you seen Eric Church's commencement at University of North Carolina he just did this year?
Yeah, Unbelievable speech.
Such a great speech. And whether you like country music, if you like music at all, it's a great thing to listen to, how he ties all that to the different strings, the guitar and life. It's really, really cool. So I encourage that. Go on YouTube and check that out. But so what would be the goal for you, Alex, as an artist, songwriter? What would be the goal for you?
Yeah, the ultimate goal is performing artist. But in the meantime, I'm writing for other people and doing all that I can. I love writing too. Like, writing is one of my favorite things to do. I do it every day and do it for myself and for other people. And just to sit down with, not even if I'm writing for myself, but if I'm writing for somebody else, sit down and help somebody get their story across, because there's been so many times when I've been working on an idea and I can't get over that hump of, like, I know this is a good idea, but I don't know where to take it next. And you bring it to somebody who understands what you're trying to get at, and when they nail it, you're just like, thank you. This was too good of an idea to waste. So I love being able to do that for other artists as well. And yeah, I mean, the ultimate goal, right, is to just make music that I'm proud of and that I hopefully one day have a huge fan base to share it with and that people can connect with, because that's why we do music. It's an act of service, and that's why I write. It's because I feel something, and it gives other people the space to feel something too. So
yeah, no, an act of service, that's a great way of putting it. I think majority of people that are in music, not everybody, but majority are doing it just because they want it to touch somebody else's life, experiences they've had. So what are you going to play for us tonight? Tell us a little bit about this first song.
Okay, so this first one I actually finished writing about 2.5 weeks ago. I was on a retreat in Pennsylvania, and we were driving up with my buddy Xander Jett and my other good friend Amber Marie. She's a great artist. You have to have both of them on. They're absolutely phenomenal.
Dude, tell them to holler at me. Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah. We were driving up, and we were going to Pennsylvania. We were about maybe 30 minutes away from where we're going to end up stopping. We get off the exit, and I don't know if it was me or Xander or Amber, one of us spewed out this title, and we're like, wait, we have to write that. That's a great title. We're gonna write it this weekend. So we sat down and we wrote it on the retreat. It's called Missing Much.
Okay.
Dogwood by the old church, where I used to take a left turn. Haven't seen it in a while, but I'd drive the extra mile. Aldine breaking through the speakers, you in that night train t-shirt. Haven't touched that record in a minute, every now and then I'll spin it. I keep those memories on replay, but every day ends the same way. You ain't missing much, I've been sitting reminiscing, stuck right here for months, doing everything a beat a broken heart does. You've been going downtown, living it up, not thinking twice about us. No, you ain't missing much. You ain't missing much. Mind runs wild and sleeping, my heart still drops when that phone rings. I'm waiting for the day that it doesn't, and I know that day ain't coming. If you're wondering how getting over us has been going, you ain't missing much. I've been sitting reminiscing, stuck right here for months, doing everything a beat a broken heart does. You've been going downtown, living it up, not thinking twice about us. No, you ain't missing much. You ain't missing much. You haven't thought about me once, and I still want what it was. Yeah. You ain't missing much. I've been sitting reminiscing, stuck right here for months, doing everything a beat a broken heart does. You've been going downtown, living it up, not thinking twice about us. No, you ain't missing much. You ain't missing much. You ain't missing much. Whoa, you ain't missing
You're good, man. I like that. That's
Thank you.
different way of telling that story too than you hear out on most of the songs. So that was cool.
Yeah, no, thank you. I love writing with them and being able to write a really good idea with people that you know are good writers and just people that you like to is like that's the best. That's what you live for.
Yeah, man. When you find a crew of people, it just sometimes it just gels so well. Heck, I've sat with 3 guys writing music before, and like we're all crying. 4 grown men sitting there crying, writing a song together is always tells you it's a pretty good night.
Yeah, 100%.
But well, hey man, Alex, thank you for sharing that. We're gonna bring Caden up here.
Well, thank you.
He's had enough time to rest his voice.
We'll find out.
So go ahead and tell the world like what your last 36 hours have been like.
Really, it's been like the last 3 weeks has been wild. I went down, so I quit my full-time job last year to be able to spend more time in this music thing. But by doing that, I had to figure out ways to make money. So I do a lot of a mixture of stuff between I drive tour bus for a few people. I'll drive people on runs. I try to double dip and play for them, or triple dip and open for them, play for them. I try to do a mixture of everything, anything that can kind of add some more income and value to the situation. About 3 weeks ago, I drove a good friend, Kelly Daniels, down to Country Thunder. He got to do his debut festival deal with that. And so while we were down there, we ended up with 3 cover gigs while we were down there. And I jump in on that stuff whenever I can. And then when we came back from Country Thunder, I got an opportunity to go right back down. Country Thunder was in Clearwater, Florida. And 4 miles from there is North Reddington Beach. And I got the opportunity last weekend to go back and play there at the new Music City Beach Bar. And played 4 nights in a row for that. And one of the nights was a 6-hour gig that turned into a 7. One of them was a 4-hour gig that turned into a 5. Anytime they were offering for some more time, we just took it. And I took a toll out on me. I'm not used to I'm really not used to the acoustic thing. That was the biggest. I've never really done a gig without a band to assist in that situation. But then as soon as I got back from that, I got the call for Addison to go down to Texas and turned straight around and went to Texas, went to Edna the first night. She did her artist show. There was some cover gig stuff going on after that. And then drove first thing in the morning up to Fort Worth. She played Rhinestone Saloon in the Stockyards. Drove through the night, came back, played around the last night with no sleep, and then went downtown and played the stage with them. I see a comment here asking where I'm from. I'm originally from North Idaho, and I'm down here in Nashville for that, or for the music thing. But yeah, this last 3 weeks has been hectic.
It's been a whirlwind for sure. And Addison, who he mentioned, that's Addison Malik. Addison Malik is a female artist, lives here in Nashville, blowing up all over Texas radio, all over the charts. So you'll hear her name a lot over the future. We had her on our show a few weeks ago. It's so. Where do your musical influences as a writer and artist yourself come from, Caden?
Well, it's man, if you looked at my playlist, you'd think it's a nightmare. It's a little bit of everything. I grew up. I love George Strait. I love Garth. I love Johnny Paycheck, but I also like Johnny Horton. Johnny Horton's old enough that almost nobody knows who that is. For Battle of New Orleans. I grew up on. I mean, my mom, my whole family is really spread out age range. I've got an older brother that's 45, a sister that's 36. So I kind of listen to everything from, I grew up on 2000s country. I listened to all of the pop, the punk, the Avenged Sevenfold. I kind of listen to everything. So I pull little bits and pieces. I've got some licks and some songs that are kind of Zeppelin-esque, but I try to put them into country. Zeppelin and Charlie Daniels mixtures and some licks. It's weird.
I love it. I mean, I talk about the Nashville sound. The Nashville sound is not country music. Nashville sound is a whole mixture of all the different genres kind of thrown in together. So, And I totally get that.
Yeah. And I don't know who I could claim as my main influence because I love them all and I play a little bit of everything.
All right. So what are you going to start us off with tonight? What song are you going to start us off with?
Oh, the song I'll start us with is a song called Whiskey Baby. This thing's been pretty unhappy coming from the humidity.
Is this a song about a baby that came out of a whiskey night or what?
No, it's meeting a girl at a bar and Whiskey Baby. I don't know. The first line of the song popped into my head, and I was like, man, that's just kind of catchy. And I started thinking about how everyone meets in a bar, and it's not normally great situations meeting relationships in bars. Or a lot of the time it works out for some people, but I just kind of thought it'd be a cool idea to have a song about meeting somebody in a bar that actually works out and tells the whole story and a happy ending. And so that was kind of the influence behind this one.
Well, I'll mute myself when you're ready. Take it away, brother.
Okay, yeah, this is the one with that. There's normally two guitars on this, but you'll see where the split up is. This is that Zeppelin-esque riff. Whiskey baby, with the shot glass in her hand, she said, maybe you can dance with the band. I said, honey, with her hand in my hand, take the money, put on a country jam. It's 2 a.m. now, and the bars are closing down. Where you headed? Know a spot right out of town by the river, where I'd love to lay you down, made me shiver. When you yelled to me out loud, she said, this ain't a place for the broken hearted. Better stoke the fire if you're gonna start it. Not another notch in my belt tonight. We're gonna do it once, then I think I just might take you to my hometown, show you what I'm made of. Ain't another Barbie doll hiding in her makeup. If you wanna spend your nights with me, there's a couple of things that I'm gonna need. Tipsy baby, throwing back another round 3 years after, wiping tears from her wedding gown. He runs and grabs her. Honey, this ain't going down. He called the pastor. As he started reading vows, she said, this ain't a place for the broken hearted. Better stoke the fire if you're gonna start it. Not another notch in my belt tonight. We're gonna do it once, then I think I just might take you to my hometown, show you what I'm made of. Ain't another Barbie doll hiding in her makeup. If you wanna spend your nights with me, there's a couple of things that I'm gonna need. Whiskey baby, with a newborn on the way, she looks heated, so I best stay out the way. The doctor asked her. She had one last thing to say, though she whispered, You could hear her plain as day. She said, this ain't a place for the broken hearted. Better stoke the fire if you're gonna start it. Not another notch in my belt tonight. We're gonna do it once and I think I just might take you to my hometown, show you what I'm made of. Ain't another Barbie doll hiding in her makeup. If you wanna spend your nights with me, there's a couple of things that I'm gonna need. This ain't a place for the broken hearted. Better stoke the fire if you're gonna start it. Not another notch in my belt tonight. We're gonna do it once and I think I just might take you to my hometown, show you what I'm made of. Ain't another Barbie doll hiding in her makeup. If you wanna spend your nights with me, there's a couple of things that I'm gonna need.
Yeah, man. I love that lick in there. That's so good.
It's kind of a little robbed from Zeppelin and a little I stole some long-haired country boy, a little bit of both out of that for that lick.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. There's only so many notes, chords you can play, right? So
Exactly. You just take your favorites and put them together.
That's it. Just a little mashup within one song, man. So,
Yep.
well, hey, brother, appreciate you playing that for us. We're gonna bring Alex back up here.
Perfect.
That was heat, man. So good.
So, Alex, what's a day in the life look like for you? I know that every day's different, but
Yeah, the usual day. Recently, getting up in the morning, hitting the gym as much as I can get in there before I got to run over to my 10 a.m. right. Doing that, doing the 10 a.m. Then usually have a double after it starts at like. So I have the right at 10, and then have a break between like 2 and 4, and usually I'm filling that with like a coffee or something like that, and then have another ride at 4, and then after that, hopefully playing around, or if I'm not playing around, then I'm going to one or something like that, and then just hit repeat for the next day.
yeah, it's at least probably what 5-6 days a week.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the beauty. It never stops. The grind, the chase never stops at all.
You love it though. It's easy. It's easy. I mean, there's days we all have that are just like they're harder than others, but at the end of the day, we're getting to write songs and doing it with people we like, and that's the best thing in the world. So.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, it's if the hardest thing you got to do in a day is write a song, that's a pretty good day.
It is.
So what if you could look back on the 5 years you've been here, and how many years you've been playing out?
Those 5, yeah.
Okay, all right. Is there anything, if you look at where you've come in 5 years, you'd have done differently?
Ooh.
Deep thoughts by Jack Handy question there.
Honestly, I just would have worried less. And I mean, that's advice I would just give to myself right now too. Is like the worrying about if you're gonna get the opportunities or if it's gonna work out. Like it doesn't change the outcome. It actually, if anything, it hurts your energy, because if you're worried about it, like you're not putting that energy into actually being where you are. So I think just worrying less about it and enjoying it, because at the end of the day, like kind of we were just saying, you're writing songs and you're playing music. That in itself is the joy of it, and that's why I do it. If you're doing it for the accolades and that stuff, it's so much more difficult, because it is so incredibly gut wrenching when like you have a song, you think it's going to come out, and then the artist doesn't put it out, and so you just. It's the love of writing. It's the love of performing. So, yeah, I would worry less.
No, I guess great advice. The older I get, there isn't a whole lot I have any stress about anymore in life. And I've got the day job, I got all those things, but I don't worry about it. I feel like it's all going to figure its way out the way it has at this point. But it's and it is tough. Like I just about a month ago, we've been waiting a year thinking this song was going to get cut by a bigger contemporary Christian artist. It was all happening. I saw he's in the studio. we reach out, all the labels decided they're pulling that song from the album. Like, oh no! Like, it had been my first bigger cut on that side. And I was like, oh man! But that's the way it works, man. That's the way it happens. So, oh well, we'll move it on and see what happens next. So,
yeah.
So what you got for us for song number 2 tonight?
All right, song number 2. I'm going to do one that I put out last November. It's called San Diego. I play this everywhere all the time. It's definitely my favorite of the songs I've released. I wrote it back in November with my 2 good friends, Julia Maury, who actually she co-produced the song with me, and then Morgan Lee Powers. And it was the day for that song. I woke up that day and I said, well, I have this idea. I want to write it today, and I had that right that night. So yeah, we got together and we wrote it, and it's definitely it was one of those songs that it didn't write itself, but there's definitely some other voodoo magic going on in that room. So I was happy we caught it.
There you go. No, I appreciate it. And like Julie, I've seen her play. She's really good.
She's absolutely unbelievable. Just one of the kindest people on the planet and so immensely talented. But
that's cool. Take it away, brother.
That's the San Diego.
Drop off lane, catch your flight, the pounding hearts, teary eyes, a final kiss before we said goodbye. I'm staying east, you're moving west, words unsaid weigh on my chest. This coulda, shoulda's turn into regrets. The hands of time didn't fit right, but I still miss yours and mine. I'm holding on to hope when I should let it go, 'cause you found your settle down in La Jolla Cove. We were so close to hitting home. Now I'm deep in New England snow. You're sitting pretty in the sands of San Diego. And I heard there never rains. Seasons come, but they never change. I wonder if your hair still looks the same. 'Cause I still go to Fenway Park, think of you when Sweet Caroline comes on. You betting on the Padres or the Sox, or playing the odds. I'm holding on to hope when I should let it go, 'cause you found your settle down in La Jolla Cove. We were so close to hitting home. Now I'm deep in New England snow. You're sitting pretty in the sands of San Diego. The winters get longer every day, 'cause I'm right where you left me in this state. Holding on to hope, I should let it go, 'cause you found your settle down in La Jolla Cove. We were so close to hitting home. Now I'm deep in New England snow. You're sitting pretty in the sands of San Diego. San Diego. Oh.
Yeah, pretty song, brother.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Nothing like knowing it's over and finally kind of accepting it.
That's it right there. Yep.
Yeah, brother. It's and man, too bad you didn't play. Was it last week? I got all my weeks messed up. We had 2 ladies from San Diego at the same time.
Oh my God,
playing. Yeah, that's been the fun part about this show is we've had New Hampshire, we've had Arkansas, California, Washington State. We've had people from all over playing. So it's been really cool. But yeah, at two ladies from San Diego in the same hour. So it was really funny how it all worked out. But so and you wrote that song again with who?
Julia Maury and Morgan Lee Powers.
Yeah, I always like the shout outs to the co-writers and all that. So
you're the best. You're the best.
Yeah. But thanks for playing it, brother. We're gonna bring Caden back up here.
Yeah.
And if you're just jumping in, you're just checking out what it is. This is the Nashville Sound Writers Round. This is a scheduled show for our artists, and any artist can apply to play at NashvilleSoundWritersRound.com. But make sure that you're sharing it out there, and thank you for those who have been. Don't be shy in sharing these great guys' voices with the rest of the world and get more folks in here to hear them. And make sure you're giving them a follow. And before their third song, we'll have them go over their social media platforms and streaming platforms and all that kind of stuff. So everybody give them a follow and find out where their music's going to be. But later on this week, and if nonetheless, any song that they have out there currently right now will be added to the Nashville Sound Writers Round playlist on Spotify. But we want you following them everywhere and all those different streaming platforms. So Caden, man, so we just went through a little bit ago, like what a day in the life, 3 weeks in the life of you has looked like lately. But so you said you're driving the bus for multiple people.
Yep.
And playing for them and all that. You want to share some of those artists? Are you allowed to share who some of those artists for you?
Yeah, I can. I had said like Kelly Daniels I drive for, and he's a newer artist up and coming, gaining some traction. He's got a lot of shows going on right now. He got to play that Country Thunder. Originally, how it all started was I opened for Josh Grayson back home before I moved down here, and I played one original. It's actually my next song is the one that I played there. I wrote it like a few days before that gig, so it was really fresh, really fun. It was about a first date where you spend the whole night out on the water. I'm from the jet boat capital of the world, and so we'd spent the whole night out on the water after the first date. And the Josh's band, after I played that, convinced me to come down to Nashville, and they said that they'd help me record that if I came down. And his three players that were on that gig are still like my best friends down here. They are a part of every song I've recorded, most of the gigs I've done around here. They're real tight knit group, and they brought me into it, and I'm very thankful for that. And once I got down here, they had a gig going on that Josh had rented a bus, and the driver that they had hired had to back out for a reason. And they called me and asked if I knew anyone that could drive a bus, and I said, well, I drove semi back home, so I don't know how different it could be. And I said I'd do it. And they called me back like 20 minutes later and said, all right, let's try it. And we did that run, and then they said, well, we want you on the rest of them. And so I started driving for him. I drove Kelly's bus. Kelly rents his bus out to other artists semi-regularly. So I drove for Joe Tyler. He's a rapper, country rapper. I drove for Eric Van Houten, great songwriter, great guy, great songwriter, great artist himself. He has some awesome music, and that's been hanging out with those four groups has really kept me busy enough that I'm able to make my main income from that and supplement with other stuff from gigs and tips. And I just kind of say yes to everything. Do a little bit of guitar teching, like whatever it is. I was primarily a drummer before I came down to Nashville, and I haven't actually done any of that here. Country drumming's not what I really do. Like I said, I listen to everything, so I always used to rock and Avenged Sevenfold, and I like the punk pop albums are fun to drum to, and so I just do a little bit of everything. But I'm trying to branch out more to where it's more music related. But the networking from it's been great too.
Yeah, I bet. That's cool. Well, it's funny because we just met, 3-4 weeks ago, played around together, and it seems like I've ran into like 2 or 3 times a week since the first time we met. And that's how funny Nashville is when you meet somebody, you see them all the time for a little while.
Yep. And so I met you at, I think, Living the Right Life was
that.
And I only met him like 3 months ago, and they said, hey, if you ever want to play more, we'll have you. And I said, I'll play whenever you need somebody. And that's turned into I
a week,
put on the list.
a weekly occasion, yeah.
Every week or twice a week, and
That's cool.
it's fun because I've met so many people, and I get to actually. I wasn't playing my own music enough, so it's given me some awesome opportunities playing all these rounds.
Yeah. Well, hey man, play us one more. What you gonna play for us again?
This one, are we doing one or two more? Or is it?
You'll have two more. We'll do a total of three for the show. Yeah.
So yeah, then I'll do the one I was just referencing. It was about a date that turned into a whole night of just having a blast, and about it's got a cool twist in the chorus, and then it's a fun one. I don't normally do it on acoustic, but it'll be fun.
All right, take it away, brother.
Back road, every town's got one. Remember back when you were riding shotgun, back when everything was alright, long before it turned into a big fight. Old blonde Chevy River's got some, loading coolers for a day out in the hot sun. Everything is alright, girl like you, bikini bottom on Fido. I just don't think you quite understand the way you make me. You make me feel like a man in this moment. With your hand in my hand, I wanna take you home to mom and dad. Quick dip in the cold water, baby. Jump in if you're feeling kinda crazy. Tequila building our confidence right. One more sip and I think I just might grab your waist, pull you in closer. Get this cool night hot and move it over. With your body on mine, wish we could go back to the moment this time. Cause I just don't think you quite understand the way you make me. You make me feel like a man in this moment. With your hand in my hand, I wanna take you home, mom and dad. I just don't think you quite understand the way you make me. You make me feel like a man in this moment. With your hand in my hand, I wanna take you home, mom and dad. Back road, every town's got one. Remember back when you were riding shotgun. I don't really know how to end that one properly.
Dude, man, I just wish I could play like that, dude. I can't shred at all. But even watching you play on that goose guitar the last couple of songs, man, I can't do that stuff. I wish I could, but I can't.
Yeah, I wish I could do my telly justice. I mean, I've got the acoustic stuff figured out, but
I'm seeing that banjo back there too. I was like, oh, I didn't know you played banjo.
I've got a little bit of everything. There's hidden under all these fishing poles. There's a fiddle too, but I can make that sound like a dying cat at best. I really want to figure that out.
I get it, man. I've got a keyboard. I can't play the keyboard. I can play a couple little things. That's about it. But I can't. I just don't spend any time on it. But
yeah, I play piano, but I write when I play piano, it ends up writing our songs. I don't know why I cannot write a country song on a piano to save my life.
Man, there's people can do it. I don't know if I could either, but well, hey, brother, thank you so much for playing that. We're going to bring Alex back up here for round number 3, and I keep saying round, even though I say round anymore. But before we do, I've got to give a huge shout out to my West Virginia Mountaineers, who, after coming back from down 5 in the 9th inning last night to beat Kentucky 6-5 today to win the regional, and will be hosting the Super Regional in the College World Series. So super pumped about that. It's our first super regional and our first. We've never hosted super regional, so this is going to be fun to be a part of that. But so all my Kentucky friends out there, I'm sorry, but it's our time. So go Mountaineers! But so Alex, tell everybody like where can we find you on all the social media platforms?
Yeah, so I'm on TikTok, obviously, Instagram and YouTube. You just put my name, kind of like it is on TikTok. So if you follow me here, it's the same username everywhere else, and on Spotify and Apple Music and anywhere else you listen to your music and stuff. It's just my name. So try to make it easy as I can with the mouthful and lasagna of a last name. So.
But no, I mean, it's I always, for some reason, I thought it was Lomontier. Like I thought it was Loman.
Yeah,
and then I don't know what round I was out one night. I was like, oh, it's an R. That's not N. So I guess I missed all that early on. But and make sure, please do go out, follow these guys on the social media platforms. I mean, I know Instagram is a calling card everybody has in Nashville, but when you go on the streaming platforms, I say this all the time, is not only save their songs, add them to your playlist, put them on so you can listen to them over and over, but also follow them as an artist on the different streaming platforms, because that helps also with these playlist additions and all that kind of stuff. It all adds up over time in support of these artists. And that's the easiest, cheapest way to support an artist, is give them a follow and drop their music into your playlist. So please go out there and do that. All right, now I love asking this question. If you guys caught the girls at the end, I always save this at the end. So tell me about a funny or an embarrassing moment while you're up on stage. And it doesn't necessarily have to happen to you. It could have been something you witnessed, but the things that happen to you are even better. So.
Okay, this is going way back in the Rolodex. This was before I even moved to Nashville. I was doing a variety show at my high school, and I was in middle school, but there were like no guys doing it at my high school, so we brought some people from middle school. And so I was doing a number, and I was backstage trying to put my jeans on, and about halfway through trying to get them on, I realized that they were not my jeans, and they were my sister's jeans. So I had to go out on stage wearing my sister's jeans. They fit. I got into them. So it wasn't like a complete total meltdown, but that's definitely the one that's taken the cake so far. Hopefully it doesn't get any worse than that, but
look, as many times as you're going to be on stage, it should get worse than that, at least at one point. But if it is right now, the best you can say, the worst you can say is I had to wear my sister's jeans for a show sometime. Now that's a whole different story. No, I appreciate you sharing. I always love asking that, because I want the audience, and I'm not sure you guys heard earlier, we will be, not only we're live on YouTube now, but we're also going to be taking all the audio from these shows, cutting out the beginning where I'm sitting there, and we're going to be putting it as a podcast on all the streaming platforms. So the Nashville Sound Writers Round will be a podcast as well coming up. So again, one more way to try to get your guys' music out to new ways for people to hear it. So I love asking the funny questions and kind of get the lighter side of things too. So, so what you got for us for your third song tonight, brother?
Yeah, I'm gonna do one that I wrote with another one with Julia Maury, and then Frank Otero and Haley Eve. Haley walked in with she walked in with this idea, and it started off kind of as a sad song, and I was like, wait, guys, like this could actually be a sweeter love song, because we had been on just a kick of writing. Like that week, I was just like, I feel like all I'm writing is heartbreak songs. Like I can't do this tonight again. So I'm really, really, really stoked that we went that direction, because it came out really well, and I love playing it. It's called "It Must Be the Moon." But yeah, thanks a bunch, Kipper. I really appreciate you having me on. This has been awesome.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. Thank you for being on.
Great getting to hear your stuff, man. You're great. So hopefully we'll run into each other in person too. But this has been awesome. So thank you. Super, super appreciate just the opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely, brother. Thank you. Take it away, man.
Yes, this must be the moon. Nantucket sunset, waves start to roll in. Two of us here on the dock,
feet just a swinging, hands almost meeting. Is it me who did the world just stop? You've never looked at me that way before, and all I know is that I can't be sure if it's the shine of the tide doing magic that's bringing out the blue in your eyes. Cupid might be playing some tricks on me. Maybe it's the paper bag wine. It must be the wind in your hair, the salt in the air. It's bringing out a different hue. It must be the moon, but I hope it's you. You caught me looking, I almost but couldn't make my way across that line. And I'm just a praying that if I lean in, the two of us won't think twice. If it's the shine of the tide doing magic, it's bringing out the blue in your eyes. Cupid might be playing some tricks on me. Maybe it's the paper bag wine. Must be the wind in your hair, the salt in the air that's bringing out a different hue. Must be the moon. I hope it's you. I hope it's you. I hope it's you and me overlooking. We've been overlooking all of this time. If it's the shine of the tide doing magic, it's bringing out the blue in your eyes. Cupid might be playing some tricks on me. Maybe it's the paper bag wine. Must be the wind in your hair or the salt in the air. It's bringing out a different hue. It must be the moon, but I know it's you. Oh, it must be the moon, but I know it's you.
Alex Lomartier, everybody.
Thanks,
Alex,
Al.
man, thank you. That was great, bro. I love that song.
Thank you. Appreciate it big time. Thank you.
Yeah, and I guarantee we'll see each other around. And it's if you know me, I'm out following you guys when I can on social media, especially after you guys have been on the show. And I'll try to go at least support you out in Nashville as well. And appreciate you being on here, brother.
I appreciate you having me big time. Thanks again, Kipper.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, don't go anywhere. We're gonna bring Caden over one more. All right, Caden Pierre, where can we find you on social media besides, of course, Caden Pierre right here on TikTok?
You can find, it's the same name everywhere. You can find me anywhere you steal your music, streaming platforms. You can find me Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. I have an X. I heard somebody, one of the girls mentioned an X account. I have an X account. I do not use that for music or really at all, other than to scroll through videos, but...
Yeah, it's so funny. I heard somebody say the other day, because when I say anywhere you steal your music too on Spotify, Apple Music, all that stuff. But I heard somebody say the other day, I loved how they said it. It's like, anywhere we give our music away free to you.
No, that's another good.
I was like, that might be like, I guess maybe a nicer way to say it. But, and listen, we love everybody who's out there and you streaming our songs. Like it means the world to us that you stream them. Our frustrations are with the streaming platforms and nobody else.
No problem with the people streaming it. It is the platforms that pay us like
exactly. So
1 cent or whatever it is per stream.
Well, hey man, so even especially the last few weeks, you've been on a lot of stages. So tell us about an embarrassing time or just a super funny time that happened to you or something you got to witness while you're on stage.
I've had a fair share of embarrassment. I've had times where my first time ever playing Broadway in my life, I got up and was like, oh, I'm going to pull out like my money song, the song I do all the time, my favorite song. I pulled out Modern Day Bonnie and Clyde by Travis Tritt. And I forgot not just how it started. I forgot every verse, every word. It was gone. I mean, the band had to loop that intro for like a minute and a half for me to pull up the lyrics. I didn't have ultimate guitar yet. It was a panic because once it left, it was just gone. But I mean, just the other day, I had another moment where guitar player started playing Trouble by Travis Tritt at the exact same count off that the bass player thought we were playing Neon Moon, which has that bass kick intro. So they both, same time started playing something different. And the whole band just froze and didn't know, we didn't know who to follow. I was like, we can do either one, but nobody knew which direction to go once that happened.
I get that. Heck, there was a song I just released in May 18th, Six Pack Body. The night, a couple nights before, I'm playing it. I'm talking about I'm releasing the song. As soon as I got in the second verse, completely forgot what the second. I was like, I've sung this song 1,000 times. I'm talking about releasing it, and boom, it's gone. But yeah, it just happens.
I got original in Florida 2 weeks ago during that gig at Music City, and I played I played Whiskey Baby, the one I played first. Yeah. And I could not think of that final verse for the life of me, so I just sang the third verse again.
Yeah. If you wing it, nobody's going to know but you anyway. But
I've never heard it before, so they don't know.
Well, thanks for sharing, brother. What you got for us for this last song?
This last song is called Circles. I'm from a town of less than 1,000 people in North Idaho originally, so there wasn't much going on in my hometown. If you were a teenager, you were excited to go drive. We had a loop downtown that was basically Main Street and the only other street down there. And you'd loop and it turned into a circle. We have a car show built around driving that circle. Big part of my small town. And I was probably halfway into a day at work. I was probably 6 or 8 hours into driving circles in a farm field in the tractor. And I was excited to get off work to go downtown and drive circles during the car show with my friends. And it got me thinking about how there's really not much to do in a town this small other than drive circles. The only other thing you can do is try to chase women, and they all come from. We had 2 college towns about 45 minutes away. We had the University of Idaho and Washington State University, both side by side on the border. And so this song was kind of inspired by, in a small town, all you can do is drive circles and chase women. And
well, dude, I love this song, and it's such a catchy song too. It kind of a little earworm. But where I grew up in West Virginia, you had downtown. We had other more than just a circle, but you had 2 roads, 2 streets. And you had McDonald's on one end, you had Hardee's at the other. In high school, we went to McDonald's, then we drove up to Hardee's, then we drive back down to McDonald's, and that was the loop we made nonstop all through high school, unless somebody's having a party in the woods somewhere.
Yeah, but we used to hang out at the McDonald's a lot. We had a McDonald's and a Taco Bell. Anything else was local. Nothing else was a big chain that anybody had ever heard of.
Well, take it away, brother.
Actually, that just made me a really bad memory. I got an MIP in high school in Taco Bell, in that very Taco Bell that we were talking about.
No, oh gosh. Here's your next song.
small little town that you wouldn't know, in the corner of the state where the corn don't grow and the wheat stands tall. Good yields are all you can hope for. We got them cute little girls in a college town, always running around in the short white gowns. One little chance is all that you can hope for. 'Cause there ain't much to do in a real small town. We've been driving around and round, doing circles, driving circles. We got nothing to kill but time, and a tear and a beer and a little white line, doing circles, driving circles. Well, you pulled into town in your shiny car. Looks like that you ought to be a star. As they close down the bar, the right words are all you can hope for. With a little luck and enough shine down, you'll be dull as a stick. Better whittle it down. Better hope the next morning that your night was all that you'd hoped for. 'Cause there ain't much to do in a real small town. We've been driving around and round, doing circles, driving circles. We got nothing to kill but time, and a tear and a beer and a little white line, doing circles, driving circles, round and around and around and around. Sometimes life gets you upside down, doing circles, driving circles, round and around and around and around. You can't speed up and you can't slow down, doing circles, driving circles. Yeah, there ain't much to do in a real small town. We've been driving around and round, doing circles, driving circles. We got nothing to kill but time, and a tear and a beer and a little white line, doing circles, driving circles, round and around and around and around. Sometimes life gets you upside down, doing circles, driving circles, round and around and around and around. You can't speed up and you can't slow down, doing circles, driving circles. Too much sauce at the end of there. I went a little past that note.
Nah, that's killer. Caden, thank you for coming in. I know you've been traveling so much and on the road and hardly had any sleep and playing left and right. And it can be real easy to say, dude, I need my voice. Can you spare me the night? But you jumped on. You strung it out for us, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, it was a little rough, but I mean, my vocals are a little rough right now. But no, I enjoy this. This is fun. I'd love to do this again. I just dropped down a whole step to try to make everything work.
Yeah, dude, man. Yeah, we'll definitely have both of you guys back. I know we're just starting to weave in our early show guests to kind of find out what's the last few months what's been going on in their world. You know, maybe one a week or something like that, bringing some in. So we're going to continue to start weaving folks in. And then I mentioned on the ladies too is all of our artists will be invited to a couple. They do 1-day songwriter retreats, where it's all artists coming in. I was like, hey, if nothing else, you're going to meet some other great artists you may not know. Get to write some good songs with some killer songwriters, and either find a song for yourself to release or may get a cut with another artist somewhere else. So we're going to be working on those this summer, trying to get a couple of days set up in the fall. We're going to be a 1-day come in, 10 a.m., lunch, another right at 1 p.m., and everybody take off like a Saturday type thing. We bounce around. So we'll let you guys know about those when we get those getting scheduled, and we'll just keep filling them until we can't fill them anymore, I guess how it is, but for our artists that have been on the show. So, but appreciate Caden, Alex, man, appreciate you guys so much. So much talent tonight. Give special thanks to Ariana Pappas and Kelly Elena, who were on earlier tonight. Just been a pleasure having you guys on, and can't thank you enough.
Yeah, Ariana and Kelly were awesome. And then Alex, I just added, I hit the little add button on there, but I'm going to try to reach out to him. I love his writing style, and I would love to get a write with him.
Yeah, same dude. Same to you, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is such a cool opportunity. Thank you, Kipper, for having us, and Nashville Sound. And I don't know the names of all the sponsors, so I'm not going to pretend to shout all them out. But thank you, everyone, for making this happen. This is cool.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And I've heard some of Alex's co-writers play too. Yeah, the boy can write, that's for sure.
Yeah, and he tells stories, and I like stories. I like the full picture of a song. I love when it wraps around and tells the whole story.
Yeah,
man, you got that too.
Well, thank you. I think we could write some cool stuff. That'd be fun.
Real, definitely.
Well, Kate and Alex, man, thank you again for being on the show. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to drop you down, and I'm sure I'll be seeing you around Nashville in probably next week or two.
Yeah.
So, all right, boys, thank you again. We'll take you. I always hate doing this. I hate this dropping part. It's the worst part of the show for me. Click on people's faces and kick them out of the boxes. But this has been the Nashville Sound Writers Round, guys. Again, thanks to Alex Lemartier, Caden Peer. Thank you to Ariana Pappas and Kelly Elena. It's such a great night. I love it. We've got a packed full schedule next week. We're going over 2 hours. I guarantee we're going to be going over 2 hours. You don't want to miss another great week. We're bringing our first person back who's been on one of our earlier shows, Miss Avery Brown out of Oklahoma. Such a talented young lady. We've got Gracie Calvinesso, Michaela Renee in our 7 o'clock hour. It's going to be really some talented young ladies. And then in the 8 o'clock hour, we've got Justin Love, Browning Snyder, and Dash Paz. Like we've got a hell of a lineup next week. You do not want to miss this. I'm telling you right now, you don't want to miss it. And if you're interested, we've had a lot of people asking tonight, if you're interested in playing, you can go to the NashvilleSoundWritersRound.com. There is an apply to play button up in the right-hand corner. You go there, fill that information out, send it. The team will review everything and get together, and they discuss everything that's going on, who they want to have on the show, and they do the bookings. And I'm very blessed to have those folks. Again, thank you to the Truckee Hat Bar Company, and thank you as always to WFMC Jams. It has been great. And last, before I leave you, and not least, let's go Mountaineers. A great win in the regionals tonight. Going on and hosting the Super Regionals next week. We got Cal Poly coming to town, and hopefully get this win and get to our first College World Series in Omaha, Nebraska. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and supporting the Nashville Sound Rise Round. Thank you for supporting the artists. Please follow them on their social media platforms. Follow them on your favorite one there. And on the streaming platforms, if you're listening to music on multiple places, go give them a follow. Grab their music, put it in your playlist, download that song. It means the world to them every time you listen to it. And if you don't know, if you can't find them, you can go to Nashville Sound Writers Round. We'll be adding our last couple weeks and this week's artists to that playlist, the Nashville Sound Writers Round playlist on Spotify. And you can find all the artists right there. We're going to have, like over 350 some songs by the end of this week. So thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you next Monday at 7 p.m. Central. When again, we've got